Hi, mamas. I'm back. Um, had to take a few days to just settle into the new way of life here and dealing with new doctor's appointments and whatnot. But I've got a new postnatal friendly Pilates mat workout for you. Excited to share. It's going to have to be pretty quick because I actually have a virtual session with a client coming up soon. But the good news is this is a recording. So if you feel like you want more, then play the video back twice, and I'm here for you for as long as you want. So today I'm going to start in a side lying position. Can you guys see me down here? I think so. I'm going to just use a pillow to help support my head. We're going to start with some thoracic rotation. So both arms of mine are stretched out in front of me. My hips are stacked one on top of the other. I'm going to take my top arm, lift it up towards the ceiling, and then rotate to look back. Oh, this chair is in my way. I can push it back. That's okay. And then bring the arm back forward and close it. Again, reach the arm up. Try to keep the hips stacked. Mine moved a little bit. Opening up through the chest, rotating through the thoracic spine, and then closing forward. This is really good for your back. If you're experiencing a tight back like me, thoracic rotation and mobility is incredibly helpful. I'm gonna take one more big round of breath here, trying to keep my top hip stacked, and then coming on back. Good, now from here, I'm going to prop myself up onto my forearm. I'm in this side lining position. If you ever need to modify, you can come fully back down to laying on your side. I'm going to make sure that I'm not dumping into my shoulder like this. I'm lifted up and out. Start to wake up my side glutes here. I'm going to lift my top leg up and then back down, up and down. And as I do this, it's not about how fast or how big I move. It's about keeping my hips nice and stacked, one on top of the other. Just starting to wake up that side glute area. Super helpful when it comes to supporting our pelvis as our pelvis starts to get a little unstable due to the increased relaxin that our body's experiencing right now. And we're going to keep that leg up and take little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to straighten that leg out and draw little circles. As my leg circles, I'm trying not to let my hips move at all. And right now I'm starting to feel this side glute fire. If your neck gets stiff, just turn to look in a different direction. Reverse the direction of your circles. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to set that leg down, give my butt a nice little tap, and I'm already feeling it. Now I'm going to transition to hands and knees and take a few cat-cow stretches. Drop the belly, lift the tail to the chest, pull through the belly around the spine. Maybe wag my tail, shift my weight from side to side, just kind of moving around freely. And then today I'm going to use my pillow just for some extra hamstring activation. So I'm back in this hands and knees position. Before I do anything, I'm going to let my belly hang down. Let it relax, and then pull the navel up and knit the ribs close. My deep core, my pelvic floor is engaged here to help support me. I'm going to lift that leg up and then lower back down. I'm working the same leg that I was working in my side lying position. I'm going to go through a few different variations for this leg, and by staying on one side, you're going to feel a little bit more intensity than alternating from right to left, right to left. Now for more of a challenge, I'm taking my opposite arm and putting it behind my back. This is going to challenge my balance and make my deep core fire a little bit more. You can always keep your hand down for support. Good. Now I'm going to keep that leg up and just take little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch. How about that massive, tag hanging off the side of the pillow? For 4, 3, 2, I'm going to stay there. I'm turning my knee out to the side and then back to parallel. Turning my knee out and back to parallel. Doesn't need to be huge. In fact, if I make it too big, it doesn't feel so good on my hip. So a nice controlled range of motion, focusing on lumbar, that's low back, and pelvic stability. Now open that knee out to the side, little pulses. Oh, losing my pillow. See, that's when you know you've got to engage a little bit deeper. Little pulses, up 1 inch, down 1 inch, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Setting this down. Good. I'm going to set that pillow off to the side, and then I'm going to step my same leg that was just behind me forward. I'm going to tuck my back toes. My hands are going to come behind my back, and I'm pressing up to this lunge position. So my hips are square to the front of the room. Super important that you don't, ooh, that didn't feel good. Stick your butt out like this, or twist your hips like this. You want them to be nice and square. I'm going to start by just taking little pulses, deepening into that lunge. And I'm pushing my weight into the heel of my front foot to help my hamstring and my glute do the work here. Quad is supporting, but it should not be doing most of the work. If you feel that, then your weight is likely too far forward in your toes. You've got to pull the weight into the heel. Notice my spine is long, but I'm leaning slightly forward. That, again, helps my glute to do a little bit more here. I'm going to go for 4 more pulses, for 3, for 2. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to step it all the way up to standing, and then step it all the way back down to my lunge. All the way up, all the way back. As I do this, I'm digging my heel in, digging the weight into the heel of my front foot so that the work to press up to standing, again, comes from those postural muscles in my lower body. Good. For 4 more. For 3, 2. On my next one, I'm going to stay in that lunge. Now, I'm doing little scooters here, and I'm keeping my weight over my front leg the whole time. Notice my back leg is tapping in and out, but I'm not shifting my weight back. Essentially, it's like I'm holding a single leg squat here, really getting into the glute and hamstring of my front leg. Good. For 4, for 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to come back into my lunge. Carefully set my knee down, set my leg back, come to hands and knees. Few cat-cow stretches here. Shake out the head, neck, shoulders. And I'm going to do a quick arm upper body sequence before I go into the other side. So my hands are about as wide as my shoulders. My fingertips are spread nice and wide. I'm going to start with my version of pregnancy-friendly push-ups. Bend the elbows, lower the chest, lift up. Now remember, I've talked about this in all of my other videos. If you're able to do this without feeling pressure in this modified plank position with your knees down, feel free, but please be extra mindful of any pressure, discomfort, feelings that run down the center of your stomach here. That could be overactivation of the rectus abdominis, which can lead to the splitting of the abs. Good. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm gonna go for 4 more. 3, 2. I'm gonna go halfway little pulses, up 1 inch, down 1 inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I'm gonna hold it down, breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. Take a quick moment in my child's pose. Maybe look from right to left. And then I'm going to come back forward, walk my hands a little bit closer, this time going for some tricep push-ups. So rather than the elbows going out to the side, they stay narrow. I bend, I lower my chest, I press back up, then lower and press. As I'm doing this, I'm pulling my navel up. I'm trying to lift from my pelvic floor, deep core to help support me. Whew. It's so funny how things that I never thought would be hard end up being really challenging. Then I'm going to go for 10 more here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Halfway down, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, breathe, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Whew. Oh, I think she's officially dropped, so I'm getting used to the feelings of her being lower, which is a good thing. It means she's probably coming soon, but it also means that I have to adapt to how I normally use and move my body. Lessons for all of us. Okay, let's repeat this on the other side. I'm going to take a quick time check. Perfect. All right. So coming back to where I started, we're taking those book openings. So hips stay stacked. Your arms are extended out in front of me. I realize that you can't see my bottom arm, but it's there. Take your top arm, reach it up. Twist, open up through the chest. Keep those hips stacked. And then come on back. And then again, open, lift, rotate, and twist. And then come on back. On my next one, I'm going to hold it. This feels so good. You could do this as many times as you want. And then come on back. Remember, for this next thing, if you need to modify, come back to laying on your side. If you are propped up on your forearm, just make sure that you're not dumping into your shoulder like this. You're lifted up. Now, both legs of mine are bent. Take my top leg, lift up, lower it down. Now, I don't know if you noticed that lift that I just did out of my side waist. I was kind of letting myself relax and just hang down. And then I lifted up. It's like I'm lifting out of my armpit. I'm lifting out of my side waist. And again, I'm just starting to turn on those side glutes. I can turn my head if my neck feels stiff. Oh, 4 more here. I'm going to keep that leg lifted. Take little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to stay there, straighten my leg, draw little circles. My periwinkle socks make it really easy for you to spot my foot. Usually with the dark wood, it's hard to tell. Little pop of spring color. Even though there is snow on the ground where I am, it's crazy. Reverse the circles. Move my arm behind my back because I noticed my shoulder was getting stiff. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the leg down. Give my butt a quick little tap. I'm going to prop myself up to hands and knees. Again, using my pillow to get my hamstrings to fire a bit more. I'm in my hands and knees position. Just take a few cat-cows. Move the head, move the spine. And then just to connect with my deep core, let the belly go. Whew. Then pull the navel up. It's like you're hugging babe. Now, really squeeze into that pillow with that same leg that was just working. Lift up and lower down. It's not about how big or how fast you move. It's about moving from the right places, and it's about keeping your form. I'm going to take my opposite hand, put it behind my back. That's going to challenge my deep core more because I need to use it to help me balance here. And it also gives me great feedback. If I feel my low back dip like this, then I know I'm using the wrong parts of my body. And I'm going to keep that leg up and take little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch. Whew. Got to remember to really grip onto this pillow for 4, 3, 2, whew. Balance. Now I'm going to turn and come back. Open and close. Tons of upper body work here. Also just supporting here through the shoulders, through the arms. 4, 3, 2. Keep that knee open to the side, little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch, squeezing into that pillow for dear life. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on out. Set that pillow off to the side. Come on up to my high heel. Same leg that was just behind me. We're going to send it forward. But I don't know who that is. Sorry for the view you guys just got. Okay. I always forget my phone is now synced up to my computer. Anyway, that same leg, you're going to step it forward, tuck your back toes, and press up to that lunge. Take a second, square off the hips. Remember, nothing like this, nothing like this. Weight into the heel of my front foot. I'm going to take little pulses down 1 inch, up 1 inch, down 1 inch, up 1 inch. Weight is in that heel of the front leg. That is helping my glute and my hamstring to do more. I'm engaging through my deep core. My spine is long. I'm leaning forward, but I'm not rounded like this. Squeeze right behind the shoulder blades. And we're going to go for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Step it all the way up, all the way back. Whew. Up and back. Again, it's the same type of work. I'm activating through my right glute and hamstring to help press my body up to standing and then come on back down to my lunge. Now, if you had weights or if I had my wine weights out, you can hold them in your hands and you can go like this. I just forgot to grab them. Good, we're gonna go for 4, for 3, 2. Next one, stay down there taking my scooters. My weight stays over my front leg as my back leg goes back and in. Getting a little bit deeper, sticking my butt back and up a little bit more. 4, 2, 1. Okay, guys, I'm gonna pause because this seems like something that might be important. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. It's my doctor's and things are just changing rapidly. But anywho, we're just gonna end with some quick deep core work and then a quick stretch, and I'll have you on your way. So you're gonna come to hands and knees position, and like I did before, drop your belly, let it relax. And then pull the navel up, feel the ribs close, lift the pelvic floor from there. I'm gonna extend my right arm forward and my left leg back, trying to keep my hips and my shoulders nice and square, balance in here. Set hand and knee down, and smoothly transition to the other side. Balance here, and then set hand and knee down. Extend arm and leg, stay here, little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch. I'm really pulling up through my deep core, but there's no pressure on my external ab muscles, nothing like down the center like I was talking about before. Then stay here, open and close. It's a small movement. You only want to move where you can without allowing your hips or your shoulders to move or get out of alignment. Good, set hand and knee down, switch to the other side, little pulses up 1 inch, down 1 inch. Neck is long. My gaze is down and slightly forward, so I don't look like this, but I don't look like this. And then staying here, open and close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set hand and knee down. I'm going to take a quick child's pose, put my wrist up, take a moment to reset. And then last thing here, hands down. I'm going to come to my knees and come to my modified plank position. Pull my abs in, squeeze my butt, press out of my hands like I'm trying to pull myself away from the floor. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, if this makes you feel pressure, please skip this. You can repeat this sequence that I just did. And I'm going to hold for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to my child's pose. Take one arm up. I'm going to look up, twist my chest, thread my arm, look the other way. And then bring that arm out and switch to the other side. Lift and open, and then thread and twist. And come on back up, taking a few cat-cow stretches. Just letting myself move freely around, swaying my hips, circling my hips and my shoulders. And then coming to a kneeling position, taking a few shoulder rolls. Reverse. Let my head go, kind of move it around freely. I'm gonna come on up to a high kneel, interlace my hands, push my hands away from me, round through my spine, let my chin drop. I'm feeling a stretch right here, kind of the band where your brow line would go. And then lifting up, taking a nice side stretch, pushing away from my hands as I anchor my opposite knee into the mat. And then come on back up and over to the other side. Come on back up, interlace both hands behind my back, press my hands back, let my head go. I'm squeezing my butt, pressing my hips forward, trying to get my shoulders to go, my chest to open. And then I'm gonna open this up to a deeper stretch. If this feels good, great, stay there. You get an opening through the hips, through the chest, through the shoulders. If it makes you dizzy, please do not do this. And then carefully come on up. And we're all set for today. As always, reach out to me on Instagram, Hannah M. Pilates, if you have any questions about what we did. And I hope you feel good and strong. Take care, everyone.